Welcome to Lake TV's High School Basketball Coaches Show, the last basketball coaches show of the year. As always, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, Hy-Vee, both in Osage Beach and Jefferson City, our vets at the lake, and the O'Sullivan Bruce Group, part of RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. So this week, final week of the Coaches Show, we are focusing on the Macks Creek Pirates. Believe it or not, the best local team in the lake area this year was the Macks Creek's women team, right?
They were.
Finished with the best record of any of the local teams. So we've got head coach Ron Duggan with us. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Kind of a tough weekend for you because your boys lost in the semifinals of the districts, and your women almost had the districts won and lose on a last-second shot.
Yep, it was pretty heart-wrenching, yeah.
Oh, isn't that the greatness of sports, though? I mean, where you can go from complete, total joy of winning that game to complete, total devastation of losing that game.
Yeah, and you know, it was the chant from the cheerleaders, I guess, with about 30 seconds was, you know, I believe we are going to win, and then it was stolen from us. I mean, the gal made a great shot, you know, with 1.9 seconds left. We had a 2-point lead, and you know, they did a great job. I mean, the gal just knocked it down and beat us. And that's what I told the girls. I said, we didn't lose this game. We you know, they beat us.
Yeah. And
they won it. Oh. You know, so you know, it was just a great shot from a great player on their team, and it was just unfortunate that things didn't work out for us because, you know, we saw a pretty good path to the Final Four, and we believe St. Elizabeth will get there. I mean, we believe we were two of the top teams in the state. So It just happened to meet each other in districts.
That's right. Now there's nothing you can do about that. You just have to get through the districts to make it that way. So now you're, I mean, an unbelievably busy guy because you not only coach the girls team that went, what was 22-3?
23-3.
23-3. But you're also head coach of the boys team and head coach of the JV teams. I mean, how do you do that?
And the junior high teams.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a lot. I had a great guy helping me. Actually kind of took the lead with the boys, Austin Mitchell, who was actually on the last Macks Creek Final Four team.
Wow.
And he stepped in and really helped out with the boys and coached them and did a great job. So I was really just his assistant this year for the boys so I could concentrate more on the girls. And it really helped me out, and of course, you know, gave us the opportunity to have such a great girls team.
Yeah.
So anyway, he, like I said, he did a great job with those boys, and yeah, that was another devastating loss. You know, we had a lead late in the game, and our point guard fouled out, and we struggled, and you know, Climax Springs, you know, took it from us. I mean, they just went out and got it.
Another situation where you didn't lose it, they came back and actually won it.
They did, yeah. And they played great, hit some big shots down the stretch, and you know, and we struggled a little bit with their pressure after our point guard went out. But you know, that's kind of the way things go. And I hate it. We had some great seniors. My girls had 5 seniors on the team. You know, hate it for them. Anyway, kind of hate it for the boys too. So.
Yeah.
We had 3 seniors with the boys, and you know, it's just those are tough losses for us.
Yeah, they absolutely are. So what a special season for the girls. I mean, winning streaks of 8 games early in the season and then a 14-game winning streak. And this is not, I mean, maybe the best news here is that you got a whole lot of youngsters coming back. I mean, I think your 2 best players were freshmen this year.
Our 3 of our 4 leading scorers were freshmen.
Wow.
We had 1 senior that was our 3rd leading scorer, and we started 3 freshmen and 1 sophomore and 1 senior, and so I've got, you know, 4/5 of my starting lineup back, which I'm excited about. You know, I've got a pretty good girl coming up as a freshman. And I've got a couple other girls that have played for me in the past that are going to be out next year. And that's the kind of fun thing about it. When you have success, then people want to be part of the program.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we were kind of worried that we might only have 5 players next year, and now it looks like we may have 8 or 9.
Okay, good. That's the future is bright
for
the Lady Pirates, that's for sure.
For sure.
All right, so this is the High School Basketball Coaches Show. We'll continue talking about the Pirates and the Lady Pirates. Season just coming to an end in heartbreaking fashion, but what a great season indeed. And we've got Coach Ron Duggan with us. So we'll be right back. More of the High School Basketball Coaches Show right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
It pays to be a senior and shop at Hy-Vee. It's the Hy-Vee Senior Discount. Your produce, snacks, household necessities, deli and bakery, mealtime favorites, and everything else in between. It's the Hy-Vee Senior Discount 7 days a week at Hy-Vee in Osage Beach and Jefferson City, where it pays to be a senior.
Hey, Jess.
Yeah, Nicole, what do you need?
Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront.
And a brand new kitchen.
I'm headed out there after I type this email.
I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
Welcome back to Lake TV's High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're focusing on the Macks Creek Pirates and Lady Pirates. Coach Ron Duggan is with us. So now this we mentioned before the break, this Lady Pirates team, unbelievable this year, 23-3, this close to a district championship, and three best players are freshmen. So you got these girls coming back. One of these girls is your daughter, right? So
she is. She's my point guard.
How special is that? You get to coach your daughter, and you're having this kind of fun.
It is. You know, she's really a good player. I mean, and what's really cool is she sees what I see on the court. I mean, she has got a really high basketball IQ. And I think it's just because she's grown up with me all the time.
Yeah.
You know, she's very coachable. She does everything I ask her to do. She leads our team. Her goal this year was to have 100 assists. The school record was 120.
Yeah.
And she had 127 assists to go along with 15 points a game.
Wow.
And from the point guard position. And I think she was our third leading rebounder. You know, I think she was second with steals. I mean, she has had a fantastic year, and it's so much fun to coach her. She doesn't argue with me. You know, she doesn't question me. She just goes out and works hard and makes things happen out there. And she really, India Willis was our leading scorer. She had 638 points this year, which we believe is a school record also as a freshman. She's a great player, and those two work so well together, you know, and Brooklyn handles the ball and feeds India, and they got a great relationship. But I have to say, Brooklyn in the fourth quarter of that game kind of put the team on her shoulders and did everything she could to help us win, and I just couldn't be prouder of her.
Oh, man. So freshmen setting school records. Again, the future looking bright. So just as a coach, do you run the same offense for the boys and the girls? Do you run different offenses? Do you have to change it up depending on the talent? How do you keep up with all of that?
Well, a lot of things we do the same. And they call them different things. The girls call things, one thing, and the boys call another. And so Austin and I will be talking, and he'll say, hey, look at this play that we're running. And he says, it's 1-4 high or whatever. And I'm like, and we're looking at it, and the girls are looking at it with him, and the girls are like, hey, that's our captain play, So they're running a lot of the same things, but they call them different, and that confuses me. And so I'm always like, girls, all right, so what are we calling this? And just one of our warm-ups, it's either Three Rivers or it's called the Panther drill. And so I'm always confused on which team is calling it which, but I'm getting kind of old these days, and so it's kind of hard to remember some of this stuff. But the girls kind of help me out on that. But it's really a lot of fun. But yeah, it just depends on your personnel, what you have, and whether you have a strong inside game or not, depending on what you're going to run. And we probably have about 20 or 25 different offenses and defenses that we run, and that will just increase over the years with this young group.
Right. So when you have a great season like this, and I mean these memories you're making with your daughter, I mean with all the girls really, because they'll remember this for the rest of their life, but with your daughter, it's amazing the memories you get to put together with her, not just this year, but you got 3 more years to go.
Yeah, and I've been fortunate, with my son Colton. I coached him in high school for 2 years, and that was a lot of fun, and he was a really good player. And then my other boys, I've coached them all through AAU basketball all the years, and so it's always been great. And those are some of the most fondest memories I have, is going on trips with them. And in fact, our Lake Thunder traveling team, I already told the girls, I said, we got to get back to basketball. I'm having a hard time here. And so we're already planning a trip down to Biloxi, Mississippi with our Lake Thunder team, and we're going to go down there and play. I've got a really good group of freshmen from Richland and Skyline and School of the Osage and Camdenton and of course Macks Creek. And so it is, it's a special time for Brooklyn and I right now. And especially since she's having, and our team has had so much success early, it's going to be a really fun next 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you are absolutely a basketball fanatic, right? and kind of have been, right? Always you've loved basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Always, my whole family. My oldest son's turning 40 this year, and I coached him when he started in kindergarten.
Wow.
And I've been coaching, except for a couple years between my second son and my third son. I took a couple years off there when neither one of them were, one of them wasn't old enough to play and the other one had already graduated. And but I've been coaching every year since, and yeah, it's a true passion of mine for sure. Okay,
so who was the better basketball player overall? Was it Jordan or LeBron?
Hey, I'm a Jordan fan all the way. He was, I guess when it comes down to maybe the stats and stuff are better on LeBron's side, but I think as far as the person goes, I think, Jordan is, I don't like a boastful kind of guy, I like someone who just goes out and does a job. My favorite player all time is Larry Bird. Yeah. Just went out there and did the work.
Well, was Larry better than Jordan or LeBron?
Well, no, he wasn't better than Jordan, but
he was special.
But he was he's always been one of my favorite players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the way he carried himself and the way he handled himself around the media and all that.
Just amazing. Go back and watch Larry Bird highlights. I remember him catching a rebound over here, switching it and shooting it left and hitting it as he was flying out of bounds.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We had a kid from Camdenton a long time ago who made a name for himself playing defense. And he reminded me of Larry Bird because, athletically, he wasn't the most athletic kid, and Larry Bird certainly wasn't. But he worked so much harder than anybody else and made himself a great player. And so, anyway.
All right. So it's Ron Duggan, head coach of the Macks Creek Pirates, boys team, and Lady Pirates, a girls team 23-3 this year. Great team, the best local team in the area this year. So now you're done with basketball except for your AAU team, I think, and stuff like that. Just a few seconds left. So what do you do with your time now? I mean, you'd probably just sit on the couch and eat bonbons, right?
Well, I have a restaurant called Captain Ron's that we're opening next Friday, and this Friday, the 4th. And so we're scrambling to get it ready to go, and we've got a new management team down there this year, and so we're kind of going through that whole process. It's not making a lot of changes and changing the menu and doing a lot of things. So, we've been really hard at it, and the kids down there at Captain Ron's are working really hard this week and last week to get things ready to go. So, yeah, there's no rest for us for sure. We are going full bore, and I've actually got to go back to work at my title company one of these days. The girls I know miss me up there, or maybe not. But we're busy at the title company too, and I've kind of neglected that a little bit to concentrate on basketball. They're really good to me about giving me that opportunity to go coach while they run the business for us. And so we're very, very fortunate to have those kind of people working for us.
Absolutely, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about the Macks Creek Lady Pirates the next few years. Just keep that in mind. Coach Ron, thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
And thank you for watching Lake TV's High School Basketball Coaches Show.